Hello guys, good evening, namaste. Welcome at the next yoga video session where I would love to invite you to practice some yoga before bedtime. I think it's nice sometimes to finish a day like this, just to give yourself a little extra stretch, a little extra attention before we dive into our dreams and into the sleep. So this video would be for you if you really like to practice a little bit in the evening, if you like to calm down, or maybe you suffer from insomnia, hard times to fall asleep, which can be caused sometimes also by hormonal imbalance. So can happen a lot to us women, or you just like to learn something new. Today we are going to focus a lot on the forward fold, as we want to bring a little bit calming energy up to the head, to the crown of the head, to nourish the brain and to just harmonize and balance the energies in the body. We also gonna use a little techniques like pranayama, moon energy meditation at the end, and we are going to start with a trataka gazing exercise, which is great for the purification of the eyes and also strengthening the muscles. But as sometimes some tears can come out, it's also cleaning our thoughts if you sometimes are a little bit overwhelmed, or it's also helping the brain, or just all the worries, it can come all the way out. It's also great concentration exercise. So you can just find any comfortable place sitting. I'm sitting on a meditation pillow. It would be nice to have for this class at least one prop with you. So it can be blanket, it can be towel, it can be normal pillow or block, meditation pillow. Actually something softer would be better. In one pose we're gonna use a little pressure under the belly, so it would be good to have something next to your mat. So once you settle in, you can cross your legs, you just relax your hands, and if you like, for the first few seconds, let's just close your eyes. And take this little moment to maybe recheck on your thoughts and emotions. Maybe you replay in a few seconds the whole day you just had. And maybe some pictures appears. And also take this as a little kind of training of, instead of labeling the faults and the situations happened today, if they were good or bad, instead of that, just take a step back and see it like a movie. You just breathe calmly. You're not emotional about that. You're just stable from your core, from your center, just watching what happened and receiving and accepting whatever it was. And then once the whole day just pass in front of your eyes, come to this present moment. Slowly taking a deep breath in through the nose. Then you can open your mouth and slowly exhale. Again, you just inhale through the nose. And then you slowly exhale. One more time. Inhale nose. And exhale mouth. Try to relax even more in your shoulders, your hips, and settle more on your mat and on your pillow. And as I already mentioned, we will start with a trataka exercise. So for this one, we need to open the eyes back again. We can do trataka in many different ways. You can use a candle, which is not really recommended if you are new to this practice. It can get quite intense for the eyes. So if you are used to this practice, you can settle the candle. Otherwise, just the wall in front is enough. So you try to find a spot in the height of your eyes, in the level of your eyes. So whatever is in front of you, try not to really give it the names or do not develop the thoughts about whatever is in front of you. But just try to find the one spot in front of your eyes. Try to relax your thoughts. Keep your breath calm. And before we really start to focus, we will also include a mudra, the position of the hands, which is actually directing and changing the flow in the body. And today we will work with the apana mudra, which helps us also to purify and detoxify on the physical, but also emotional and also mental level. So it's a great combination together. So we are going to place together the tip of the tongue and tip of the middle fingers. So the middle finger and the ring finger. The rest finger on the sides, the pinky and the index, is gonna be straight. So tip of the three fingers together, placing the hands relaxing on the knees. And then find the spot you decided to focus on. Just keep your eyes closed. We try to do this almost without the blinking, but if it's necessary to blink, you can just do it. But try to stay stable and calm. So we're gonna hold this exercise for around a minute. Just try to imagine that everything around is softening in the background, not only the things you can see by peripheral vision, but also all the thoughts. It can happen that with this exercise, some thoughts or emotions will arise up. And as you sit stable and still, try to also keep this attitude to the thoughts and the emotions which might arise. Keep your breath calm and stable. And if the tears will pop up, just let them come out. We will take for around 5 deep more breaths in here. Reconnect again with the spot in front of you. Everything around is still blurry, disappearing. And it's only you, your breath, and your clearing mind. And with the last deep breath out, you can also gently close your eye halfway and then just close the eyes all the way out, down. So as the eyes are closed, you can release the mudra from the fingers, and let's just place your hands together in front of the chest and wrap your palms a few times so we create a little energy and we can send it to the eyes, strengthening the muscles, keeping the eyes nice, strong. Then we're gonna place the warm hands on the eyes and feel all the warmth and the energy just coming in through the eyes to the head and to the rest of the body. Then you slowly take the hands out. You can gently open the eyes, look at your hands, notice the details. And then we slowly come back to the space around us. So after this little exercise, we will come to our first asana, balasana, child's pose. So if you have this little prop, the pillow or the blanket, you can just take it out for a while. And we will come to easy child's pose. So you can choose any variation you like. It can be wide knee child's pose, opening the knees, big toes together, stretching the arms all the way forward and placing the forehead on the floor. If this doesn't fit you, you can also do other variation, bringing the knees close to each other and just round the arms along the body, placing the forehead down. So the first version is more also directed to the shoulder opening. This one is more relaxing the shoulders. So whatever you choose, let's stay here for a few breaths. The head should be always relaxed. If the forehead is above the floor, you just use your prop to support the head. In this pose, the head is lower than the rest of the body. So all the nourishment can come to the brain without the heart working so much. So the heart can relax and the brain is slowly calming down, and the information is also coming, reaching the nervous system. So we take here 3 deep breaths more in and out. If you like, you close your eyes. Relax your shoulders even more, your hips even more. And wherever your arms are, we will slowly start walking with the hands close to the chest. And as you inhale next, we are just going to lift up. We will walk to the tabletop, the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And we will slowly come to our first downward facing dog. So let's tuck the toes in, pull the navel in gently around the back, lean back close to the heels, press the hands to the floor and slowly lift up. Maybe this is the first down dog of your day, and also it's probably the evening, so just take it very easy. If you like, you can change the down dog with the child's pose always. You can rest a little bit and join us later. So in here, instead of really pushing, pulling and suffering, I want you to relax. So if you like, if it feels comfortable for you, you can just close your eyes. And first let's relax your head. Say yes with your head. Say no with your head. You can do a little circles. Just bend your knees. It's like a little dance around. Move your hips. Maybe move a weight more forward on your hands. Give a little stretch to your fingers. Bringing some weight on the wrists. If the heels can reach the floor, you can maybe even press the hands to the floor, lean back and lift the toes up off the floor. We take 2 more deep breaths in here wherever you are. And then we will slowly start walking with the feet close to the hands to our forward fold Uttanasana. So whatever feels good for you, you can keep the hands on the floor, or you can also hug the elbows on the sides, so rest the crown of the head in the forearms. And if you like, you can do a few movements from side to side. Also playing a little bit with the weight, front on the toes, pressing, activating the toes to the floor. Maybe leaning back, leaning more to the left, to the right. And again, if it feels comfortable, just close your eyes. And if lately you feel a little bit overwhelmed, overstressed, we can do a little exercise in here. So with each inhalation, you can just imagine that all the energy and the nourishment is slowly coming from the center of the earth, through the ground, through the soil, through the floor and your yoga mat, slowly reaching your feet. And as you inhale, this energy is traveling higher through the legs, slowly through the pelvis, spreading around the spine, reaching your shoulders, reaching your head. And as you exhale, you just imagine that everything what needs to be cleared from your head or from the heart, you just exhale that out. It's like pouring the water, pouring everything what you want to release out from the head back to the ground, creating a beautiful circle of receiving and giving. So let's take a few more deep breaths. If you like, you can continue with this visualization. Inhale, bringing the energy, just take whatever you need. And as you exhale, maybe soften even more. And just slowly clean the thoughts, let go all the stress and the worries. Then we will slowly release the hands again. Just notice how the body relaxed even more. And then we slowly start walking back to the down dog. Notice little details, maybe a little tickling around your feet and the ankles. Give yourself a little extra stretch in here. One more deep breath in and out. And we will just come on the tippy toes. We bend the knees and we sit down on the heels to the hero pose, Vajrasana. So as you sit down, just take a moment. After all the forward fold, you feel how the energy starts to circulate in the whole body, coming from the head back down. And this is where the healing happens. Maybe you already feel much calmer. So we just stay for a little bit for the short breathing exercise in this sitting pose. If this is too much for you, you can always use a pillow. Just place it under the hips, or you can also change the position if you like. So we like to keep the spine straight in here, relaxing the shoulders. And actually we want to focus a little bit extra on the left side of the body and the left nostril, which is the side of the body where the chandra energy or moon energy or grounded and the calm energy is situated in our body. So as you sit like this, I want you to keep the left hand relaxed, and on the right hand we are going to use the right thumb closing the right nostril, and the two next fingers, so the index and middle finger, we are going to place on the point in between the eyebrows. So this will remind you that whenever you close the eyes and you start to be in your thoughts, you can actually focus exactly at this spot, like we do at the beginning, this little spot in front of you. So let's close the right nostril with your right thumb. Place two middle fingers on the spot in between the eyebrows. And let's slowly take a deep breath in through the left nostril. And then you slowly exhale out through the left nostril again. Feel the left side of your body as you breathe in calmly. Imagine that you ground down slowly. You relax in your joints. Your eyes become softer. If you get lost in your thoughts, just maybe tap a little bit the middle fingers on the spot in between the eyebrows as a little reminder. and just keep on breathing. We stay for 2 more breaths. Then we will slowly also release the right hand down. But we want to stay here and we want to keep the eyes closed. This time we're gonna do the same pranayama of chandra energy, moon energy, through the left nostril, but this time without the fingers. So just use the power of your mind. And you just focus on the left side of your body, from the toes to the crown of the head. Focus on the left nostril and keep on breathing calmly. Let's inhale for a count of 3. And let's slowly exhale for a count of 5 or 6, whatever fits you better. We want to keep the exhale longer than the inhale, because when we exhale, the parasympathetic part of the nervous system is being activated. So before we go to sleep, we want to slowly enter this state of mind. So let's do 3 more breaths through the left nostril and feel that where your intention goes, your energy goes. So even without fingers, you are able to breathe through the left nostril only. With the next breath, we just come back to the natural breathing and we will slowly open the eyes again. Notice how you feel. Maybe it's already getting a little stretch to the knees and to the ankles, so we are going to release the pose. Just sit on the side, stretching the legs forward a little bit. So if you need, you do a few circles with the ankles, being gentle with your body. No rush movements before you go to bed. For the next pose, I would love to use a yoga mudra pose, which is really great to activate the Ajna chakra and the Sahasrara chakra, to bring again, to nourish the upper body, our head. So for this one, either you can come to Sukhasana, easy pose, or you can also choose half lotus or lotus pose if you are comfortable with all those. Also, we have a few options for the arms. So either you can just keep the elbows from behind, or you can also interlace the fingers. And as we bend forward, you can release the arms over the head. If you know that you're a little bit more stiff, keep the prop close. Again, you can support your head. So we're gonna take 10 deep breaths in Yoga Mudra pose. Just go in your own pace. So choose the variation for the arms. First we inhale, opening the chest. And as we exhale, we slowly come all the way down. And whenever you reach the count of 10 breaths, you can slowly come back up, relaxing the shoulders and taking a deep breath in and slow breath out again, just observing how the energy behaves when we come back from the forward fold. And after all the bending the knees and also working with the legs, as the next pose we will come to a really nice pose lying down on the belly. And actually with this one we will reach a little bit the lower back as well. So it really releases the tension from the lower back and also the pelvis from whole day sitting and bending forward. So for this one you're gonna need one soft prop. I'm gonna reshape a little bit my pillow. It can also be a rolled blanket, for example, or some other pillow folded maybe on halves. So I want to place the props exactly under my hip bones to keep the hips up and the natural curve in the lower back. So you've prepared your prop, and very slowly and gently I'm going to lie down over this my pillow with the hips, and then I slowly lower down. So if you have something harder as I have, you really have to take a time to find a good spot. It shouldn't be painful and pinching around the pelvis. So whenever you're ready, you can just flop the chest slowly down to rest it on the floor, and maybe even place your hands under the cheek or under the forehead like a little pillows, whatever feels good. In this pose, we want to completely relax the whole body. So you really want to relax your feet, let the heels to fall apart on the sides. Let your chest touch the floor. Let your shoulders relax towards the yoga mat. And if you like, again, you can close your eyes to be able to also listen to a little sensations happening maybe around the pelvis. So maybe after a few breaths, you will feel that some parts around the pelvis starts to pulsate. So that means you are massaging them. Very good pose for the reproductive organs. And also around the pelvis and close to the solar plexus, there are the first 3 chakras connected to our relations, to our creativity and the self-power. Also our pelvis is like a reservoir for all the energy, and it's mostly sleeping down there. So like this, we want to activate the energy to rise up a little bit. So see if you can trust your prop a little bit more and really make your hips to be a little bit heavier. And we take for around 3 more breaths in here. Will slowly be ready to come back up. So you just bring the hands close to the chest, and we will lift back to the tabletop. Now you can move the prop out for a little bit. We will do a few cat-cows just to bring the spine back to the center. So as we inhale, we are going to arch the back, slowly looking up. And as you exhale, push the floor away, look at your navel and just round your back. Inhale one more time, arch the back, look up. And as you exhale, very slowly, just explore every little movement happening in a cat-cow. We'll slowly come back to the center. And the next pose we will do thread the needle. So a little bit, again, a little inversion, but also we will work on the twist. So for this one, as you inhale, let's bring the right arm all the way up, looking your head. And as you exhale, thread the right arm onto the left one. And you want to also place the right shoulder on the floor, resting the head on the floor. If you like, you can move the left arm away from you for a little extra support. And we do a different variation in here. So you want to square your hips. Press the left hip all the way to the space behind you. And we are also going to stretch the left foot to the side. So this is like extra support for the pose, but you can also play with the position of the foot. So further the foot is, less pressure you place on the right shoulder and less twist you are doing. So if you walk with the left foot closer, 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 you can feel a little extra pressure on the shoulder and you can twist a little bit more. Just take another deep breath in, deep breath out. And if you feel that you are stable in the pose, you can maybe even take the left arm and just twist the arm behind the lower back, maybe grabbing your pants on the right thigh, pulling the left shoulder a little bit backwards. Taking another deep breath in, deep breath out. We will slowly take away back. So first left hand is reaching the floor, then the left knee is coming back on the mat. And as we inhale, we just take the right arm out, feel the release around the shoulder, look up. And as you exhale, come back to the tabletop. We will repeat on the other side. So as you inhale, left arm all the way up, look up. And as you exhale, thread the left arm under the right one, left shoulder on the floor. Let's stretch the right arm forward and maybe stretch the right leg to the side as well. If you feel stable in the pose, you just take the right hand behind the lower back, maybe looking for a piece of cloth. Relax your head and take a few deep breaths. Deep breath wherever you are. And then we will slowly release. First in a circle, right hand down on the floor, right knee close to the left knee. Gently lift up, open the left arm up as you inhale, and as you exhale, place the hand back down. Perfect. Now we are going to lie down on the back, and we will take one prop with us. So as we lie down on the floor, just feel your body weight, the contact points touching the floor, taking a little moment, feeling how we are calming down the body also with the sequence from standing to sitting and then slowly lying down. Also very nice ritual for the body. So once we are here, we are going to bend the knees and we will take our pillow, lifting the hips a little bit up and just placing the hip up on the pillow. We'll come to a supported bridge. So again, actually without the effort, we get a lot of benefits preparing for the sleep, relaxing our mind, not really contracting the muscles, but more relaxing and still getting a beneficial stretch. Now from here, we will also focus a little bit on the hip joint. So we will come to a half happy child's pose from here. So you can keep the right foot on the floor. And we will start with the left leg, actually with this left side of the body, this more calming down and more grounded one. So we want to bring the left knee close to the left shoulder. It will lean you a little bit back, but there is a support of the pillow. And we want to grab the foot either from the outside or from the inside, whatever fits you better. The right arm is just relaxed. If you like, you can walk with the right foot a little bit more back. Depends how high is your prop and depends how flexible you are in the lower back. So the left foot is facing up. Just let the left knee fall down next to the rib cage. enjoying the gravity as it's doing all its work in a cooperation with the body, and you can just be there enjoying your breath. We'll take one more deep breath in and out. And then we will slowly release the foot, just letting the foot come back down on the floor. Take a moment in between before we switch the sides to feel the release around the left hip joint. And then we lift the right foot up, and again, find a comfortable position wherever it fits you to hold the foot. And instead of pressing the knee close to the chest, just open the knee to the side, like you want to touch the knee on the floor. You can stretch the left foot a little bit more forward, so it brings more emphasis on your hips. Feel your head relaxed. Relax your face as well. Maybe just create a little smile by turning the corners of the lips up towards the crown of the head. With the next breath, we will slowly release the right foot all the way down. Maybe stretching the legs a little bit forward, so also the front side of the body gets a great stretch. And we can bring a little bit more attention to the pelvis and the hip joint. So as we are here, we are going to rub the palms, create some energy we all have in our body. And then you can just place your hands either on the lower belly or around the hip joints, and just feel how the skin is soaking into the warmth and energy. It's like a little gift to the body you are just working with, and which is carrying you all the time around. We will be slowly leaving the pose, so let's just bend your knees, lift the hips a little bit up, and place the hips on the floor. As a last pose, we want to come to a halasana, plow pose. So we will also do a little variations in this pose. If this doesn't really fit you, you can also do a little variation by bringing the legs up the wall, or just trying to come for a little bit and then roll down, and we slowly all meet back in the shavasana. So let's bring your legs up, gently press the hands to the floor. We will slowly lean the legs all the way back. So either you are able to touch the fingers on the floor. If this is getting too much, you can also bend your knees and just place your knees on the forehead. You want to stay for a few breaths. If you have a stability, you can also interlock the fingers, stretching the arms all the way forward. You can readjust your shoulders a little bit, keeping the spine straight. And we will come to variations of this pose. So if this is enough for you, you can just come all the way back, or you can again place the pillow under the hips, keeping the legs all the way up, also very beneficial. If you're comfortable here, we are going to release the fingers and also stretch the arms all the way up, close to the toes. So it's like you want to touch your tippy toes. And then see if you can open your legs to the letter V, also with your arms. So just open the legs as far as it goes, and you're still touching your toes. Try to stay relaxed with your thoughts, with your mind. We will do one more variation, so keep the toes exactly where they are and just bring the arms back to the center where we've just started. So the fingertips are touching each other. You stay in the pose, you can close your eyes. We'll just change the position before I will explain. So you and then we want to create a mudra. So we are going to interlace the fingers, only index pointing up to the Venus mudra. We want to point the index all the way up. So in this mudra, we actually connect both energies in the body. The sun and the moon, the male and the female, the active and the passive. So let's see if we can take 2 more deep breaths in here. Just keep your eyes closed. Then we will slowly release the arms back down. Bring the feet again together. Bring your hands on the floor. And then we will slowly release all the way down. And we will be entering our beautiful Shavasana. So you can just stretch your legs forward, palms facing up. You can keep your eyes closed. We just take a few deep breaths in here. Try to notice what your thoughts are. Try to notice how your breath behaves. Try to notice the feeling around your skin. Imagine yourself that your body is becoming heavier, slowly drawing into the floor. Your eyes becomes heavier. You feel like ready to fall asleep. One more deep breath in, deep breath out. If you feel like you want to stay for a little longer in the Shavasana, you can always pause the video in here and just enjoy the moment. Otherwise, we will be slowly waking up from this little relaxation. So you can do a little movements. You can wake up the body with a nice stretch. Maybe slowly looking around, opening the eyes, bringing the knees close to the chest, giving yourself a little hug. Let's just roll on the side, slowly pressing the hand to the floor and lifting back up. So we are still going to do a little meditation. So try not to do really too many movements, just the necessary ones to sit down comfortably. And today we will do our chandra energy or moon energy meditation with a little visualization. So just notice the state of mind we've created through the chandra practice, even when you're sitting. And let's rest your eyes again. And if you feel like you can even just keep the good old-fashioned chin mudra, index and the thumb together, hands resting on the knees. First, notice your breath. Rest your body, sit deeper into your pillow. As you settle yourself down, you can start to imagine that just right now you are on a beach. You are sitting on the beach and it's beautiful night outside. It's a nice warm evening and the light wind is passing through the area. There is no one around you, it's only you and the sky full of stars. You just want to enjoy this precious moment, so you maybe sit down, you maybe close your eyes, and you take a deep breath in and slow breath out. And then as you notice, as you look around again, that there is not only the ocean and the beach and the stars, but there is also a big, beautiful full moon just in front of you. And it's so beautiful and so stunning that you just stare at the moon for a moment, almost not breathing, just soaking into its calming energy. And as you feel that it's just a full moon, nothing else around, as you inhale again, you imagine that you bring this chandra energy through the spot in between your eyebrows to your head. And as you exhale, you just feel how this moonlight is spreading within the whole head, taking all the space in your head. Just focus on this light filling your head. There is no space for anything else, for any thoughts, any worries, any stress. And you are almost not breathing how calming this is. You're almost amazed of what you feel, this peace and tranquility spreading within your head. And then we take another deep breath in and you visualize that you gather all this moon energy in the center of your head. And then you change the focus on the crown of your head, Sahasrara chakra. And as you exhale through this point above your head, you visualize that this beautiful white light of moon is spreading all around the body, touching also the sides and the back of your head, your shoulders, your upper body, your legs, your toes. And you totally feel this peace and tranquility being around you, also entering the skin, all the muscles and the organs. Just stay for a little moment in this peace of mind. You slowly come back to the deeper breath, just realizing the sitting position, feeling the room around you, just coming back to the place where you are right now, releasing the mudra from the fingers and maybe gently, slowly opening the eyes. We're gonna take one more deep breath together in here. So as you inhale, just rise your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, place your hands in front of the chest. Thank you very much, guys, for being there, for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed. And I wish you beautiful good night and sweet dreams. I hope you're gonna sleep well. Namaste.